How do you feel about what happened with the guard? Oh, I haven't talked about that yet. I didn't stream yesterday. Here, let me bring that up. Because this is some baloney. There's a few things I want to talk about tonight. This definitely is one of them. Welcome, Mr. Spy. Thanks, Lila. Yeah, we can talk about the guard briefly. I'm sure if any of you keep up with esports at all, you probably saw this yesterday. The guard made it to... They made it through Ascension. They made it to the VCT. Everything was looking the up and up. It's basically the biggest possible stage for Valorant and one of the biggest stages in esports, really. And it was announced yesterday that the guard decided not to sign the agreement with Riot, so Riot Games put the kibosh on the entire org. So now all the players that won everything to get the promotion get fucked in the face, and the guard as a org is basically just in the dirt. So everyone's very upset at not only the guard, but Riot for their decision, saying that this is not fair to the players. They should have allowed the players to get bought by another org. Riot was saying this sets a dangerous precedent where you could just buy you could buy a VCT slot with 5 players and a coach as soon as they make it. This and that, which is a bunch of baloney. And the whole thing's just been a mess. But by far the biggest scumbags here, I would say, are the guard. The guard is backed by a multi-fucking billionaire. And for some reason, they refuse to even just do the bare minimum in the space. Yes, esports bleeds money forever, but you know who can bleed money more than anyone else? A goddamn billionaire. So the whole thing was just really sad for all the players. And this is a team that MoistMoguls have directly played against. We've had a lot of success against. They beat us as well in the most recent tournament. We have a lot of respect for this squad. And to see them not make it to Ascension after earning their space is just so infuriating. But not only that, not only is the guard and their players not getting the spot, well, the guard is, they're dead. But not only are the players not getting the spot they earned, nobody's getting the spot. So the runner-up, M80, is also not getting the spot. It's just, the whole thing is so ridiculous. And it really makes it hard to believe in Riot's vision for the VCT. Welcome aboard, Lola. And no, I haven't seen the new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. Thanks, Drake. And I don't know who that is, Colin. Starfield Metascore prediction? Shit. I am going to guess the game's going to be very buggy on launch, so I'm going to shoot a little low. I think first week Metascore Starfield 85. I think a lot of publications are going to be too afraid to give it a low score if it's not good. So I'm thinking it's going to land right in the middle of an 85. Goth for sure, Eric. Doom 2016 is an incredible game. Doom Eternal's an also incredible game. I have no idea, Pyle. Geriatric? Like, do you mean just in a home or like legitimately senile? Thanks, Hyperion. Top 3 least favorite AAA game companies. Ooh. You're gonna have to give me a minute to think. There's obviously some, like, big names you can throw out, but there's a couple of small ones that make nothing but bad games as well, and I'd have to weigh what's worse. But I think easy, slam dunk, 2 that would be on there for me are 343 and Activision Blizzard. For sure. I don't know who would take the 3rd spot, though. Maybe Bungie. I'd say probably Bungie would be 3. Thanks, Trent. My day's been alright. Hope you had a good day. I appreciate it, Spencer and Dark. EA. EA is extremely greedy with a lot of what they do, but they do at least publish some good games. Bungie has one game right now that they've run into the ground. Activision Blizzard, every game they publish, they run into the fucking ground. And 343 has not been able to make a good Halo. They're finally turning it around a little bit with Infinite, but it's so late into the game. At the very least, EA does sometimes put out good games. Those 3 I listed have not put out anything good in a while. Or if they did, they ruined it. I'd actually probably put Ubisoft at 4, and then maybe EA at like 5-ish. Welcome aboard, Stinky. We're just talking about quality of the games, not the actual companies themselves. At least that's how I interpreted the question. No, I won't do a beef testosterone playthrough in Starfield. I am going to do like a big ol' asshole playthrough. Everything Renegade. But it won't be beef. No beefy tea, I don't think. And definitely not doing that, Kian. Can you watch the new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer? Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. And I am not in the Killer Bean game, but I am excited for it. Hey, Dankin. Welcome aboard, man. There was a crash in Alabama. Like today? There was a big crash? Charlie, what did you get in the corner of your room to replace the G Fuel refrigerator? Are your eyes closed? What what do you mean, what did I get to replace it? You don't see the big claw machine? It's a... yeah, I replaced it with a big claw machine. Which eventually will work with stream. It's just going to take a little bit of time to set that up so that way members can play it and win prizes that I'll send to you. Oh, no worries at all, Dragonfly. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 25. And welcome aboard, Skylar and Owl. Yeah, GamerSups has been great. They really have. You hear about the Australian woman who had a living worm pulled out of her ear? Yeah, it was in her brain, right? I did hear about that. A live 3-inch parasitic worm found in woman's brain during surgery. Give you a little something to be scared of going forward. Because, of course, there's not enough of that. All of these require me to turn off my ad block. I'm not doing it. Here. Oof. Welcome aboard, Mortis in TZK. Thanks for the 5 members, Snail. What was he charged for, Hawk? What were the crimes? How? I actually didn't look into it because it's going to scare me. So I'm not going to look into it, otherwise I won't be able to sleep peacefully ever again. So, I don't know how. I'm going to assume it's a freak thing that's not easy to have happen. That's super sweet, Dragonfly. I really appreciate the generosity. Thank you for that. I don't know about that, Grove. That's up to them, not me. Thanks for 5, Dakota. No, nothing came from it, Hoots. We read the script, but didn't actually make it. Welcome aboard, Glum and Quab. What flavor of GamerSup would you have if you could have your own? We're working on it. We're brainstorming. We're taste testing a bunch of different things to find the optimal blend. Have you chosen a Commander deck yet? No, I'm still trying to learn Commander. I do want to do a, probably a Sauron deck, I would say. I was watching a little of that in the Commander format, and it looks fun. And yeah, Alec, that shit is awful. Yeah, I've been seeing it. It's very weird. You see the recent Super Mario 64 world record speedrun using a drum set as controller. His name is CZR.